As I dribbled through the bullets as I left the house, as drive-bys happened every night. Ain't that how they say? In Compton.
Blessed to have a two-parent home. Mom and dad was always, that was a good example of marriage. You know what I mean? Most of my friends grew up, you know, single-parent home and grew up thugging and all that shit like that, whatever. I didn't really get into the bad shit too much. I kind of was just a cool kid. Used to play ball all the time and running around and shit. I mean, doing kid shit. I wasn't like nothing serious. I didn't have the hard life like a lot of these dudes got some fucked up lives coming up. Like for them to be where they are, you hear about shit, and you like they went through some tragic shit. Watch it just like Compton, just like Long Beach, just like South Central, in the 80s, early 90s. You know, shit you couldn't wear. Whether it was colors or a certain type of outfit, all that shit went down. When niggas was getting beat up with Jordans, all these. It's cool now to stand in line for some Jordans, but back in, unless you have been in 80, you have been in 93 with them J's. Bust out them J's in 92. If you don't even on the block and walking down the street, Broadway with them.
It's going down.
Right, it's all bad. But you know, we grew up around that shit. But you know how to weave in and out of that. You know what I mean? The hood is about making choices. I had a great foundation. My mom and dad was there. My sister was always there, real close to me. That's where I learned even how to rap. Put together rap and shit like that, whatever. My sister told me she lives through me with music. My sister was a rapper. My sister used to be on 1580 K-Day like every week. Like my sister had a crew called the Nike Girls when she went to Losing High. She had a crew called the Nike Girls. I used to listen to them on 1580 K-Day like every week. Like that's my fucking sister on the radio. She used to have pictures in her fucking photo album with her and Kane, her and Heavy D and all the boys, all of them before anyone died. She had, with Dre when he was not even NWA yet. Like, you know what I mean? She was really like the rap head. And that's why I learned that shit or be interested in that from her. You know what I mean? She wrote my first rap at 10.
I was sitting around at this, we had a little apartment, me and my brother Nick or whatever. And they got this video game called Music Generator or whatever. And you can make beats on it. It was on PlayStation. So I'm just fucking with it. And I would just all day just be making beats. And I would like, when girls would come over, we'd have girls over every night. We just be like freestyling nasty to them. We just remember that shit. That's all we would do. Just yeah, girl, I finna whoa this. Nigga, we wasn't no rappers though. It was like just how, and it worked. It's like man, rappers get all the bitches. I gotta be a rapper. So that's how it really started. But I just not even knowing, I'm training myself on this music generator to be able to run all of this. Because I used to get in that motherfucker to sample. I used to be able to take them up, stop the game, make the whole thing freeze, take that game out, put the other CD I'm finna sample in, this other screen will pop up. I was able to manipulate that bitch like crazy. And so one of the niggas, you want to hear? He said, one of the motherfuckers, I'm riding around on a PlayStation called Music Generator. Thank you. I figured out how to burn those to a CD. And at this time, nigga, it wasn't like no motherfucking the CD-ROM and all that. I went and actually bought a CD burner. This shit was like $300, nigga. I was a nigga. Like, what? I'm burning shit straight to that. But we run that thing to that. So I'm riding around in that shit. I had done beating a bucket. Stupid ass bucket though. Beating. Whoa, whoa. This rapper nigga that was, you know what I'm saying, lived around with my grandma. He's like, man, let me get one of the beats. I'm like, man, what? One of these? He's like, yeah, man, I gotta go to the studio, man. I need to get cracking. I'm like, well, I give it to you, but you gotta take me with you. I'm like, nigga, I wanna see what this shit look like. Right. So I put some little extra money in my pocket. I'm like, man, I'm gonna fuck around. I'm gonna do something. So he get up there and he lay the beat. I'm like, damn, I'm looking around. Then everybody left. Like, I'm gonna chill out. And I asked the dude, I was like, can I get like an extra couple hours? Like, yeah, so I had another one of my beats. So he put that shit in there. I sat in that bitch, wrote me a rap, sitting there smoking. I'm doing a little bullshit. And we came to the block the next day. And then they was like, man, play the record. You know, everybody knew we went to the studio. That was a big deal. It wasn't no homes right. We just went to a big ass studio. It was cracking. We hit the block the next day. We both played. He played his joint. He's like, oh, that shit crazy. And I played mine. They like, hey, what the fuck? Hey, nigga, when you do this, you rap. I was like, hell no. Nigga, I was in there having fun now. Like, nigga, you sound good. What you talking about? I'm like, man, shut the fuck up, dog. Whatever. Nigga just started taking. Nigga, I
produced and wrote and rapped on your first joint ever, my nigga?
Yeah.
Fucking, who does that?
Yeah, that was the first time I ever
Mike
did.
didn't even do that.
Oh, stop, that's a lot. A lot on it, but. A lot on it, but.
But it's fact.
It's very fact. Yeah, that was yeah, that's crazy.
One of the dopest verses, one of the realest verse to me was Brother Chung off of what's called it? I got the hookup. I mean Body soundtrack. What's the name of that fucking song? I got that nigga for about 4 zones. Had to get dirty though. Left him in the driveway soaking wet soda 6'4". Keep it on, bro. That motherfucker was filthy. More dead bodies and twisted man in the cemetery and the mortuary. Got a bullet hole by the gas tank. Put 1,500 in the bank. Jigged the bitch for 18. Spent 300 last year on some dank. Shot to my brother's house. Got them niggas high. It was a mad clan 3 deep. My nigga 6 we was off the chocolate tie. Woo, like, it was a fucking day in the life of this dude. He started off halfway through the story. I got that nigga for about 4 zones. Had to get dirty though. He not tell you from the beginning. Right. You already know that, okay, he robbed a nigga. Right. He got real dirty, so somebody must have got down. Somebody got murdered, whatever. I left the car here, I did that. It was a whole story. It was just a fucking day in the life of some shit. And it was so real. Got a bullet hole by the gas tank, put 1,500 in the bank. He's talking about shit you don't even need to talk about. It was so descriptive. A bullet hole by the gas tank, put 1,500 in the bank. Jigged the bitch for 18, but spent 300 last year on some dank. Imagine if I was like, I came to the studio, me and Problem with Havoc TV, whatever. And then whatever happened after that, in my fucking crazy, thugged out life, right? My fucking gangster triple OG life. Like, that fucking song, a fucking song could come from that. Right? No, but I just thought that shit was so fucking dope, man. My bad, I don't know. Going on and shit, but that shit was dope, man. That verse, the cube certification was fucking dope.